all you need to know, the Bloomberg Quint podcast that prepares you for the day's business.
Good morning and welcome to this daily morning podcast from Bloomberg Quint. I'm Neeraj Shah. Let's get started with the American market action. The S&P 500 index slipped, bringing the 5-day retreat to as high as 8% as concern mounts that the spread of coronavirus into the world's largest economy could curb growth. In fact, it ended 0.5% lower after being 1.5% higher in the day, showing just how vulnerable trades are currently. Microsoft fell in after-hours trading as well after saying that the virus continues to impact its supply chain in China. And Dow futures, as of 6:50 a.m. today, are showing a downtick of another 200 points. Brazil confirmed its first case in Latin America yesterday, and cases in Italy tripled over 2 days. In fact, the number of new coronavirus cases outside China exceeded those inside China for the first time, as per a statement from WHO. Germany also said it was likely at the start of an epidemic, and 700 people remain confined in a hotel in Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands. Oil prices have fallen as a result of this, more than 2% on Wednesday after more coronavirus cases stoked fears that energy demand would decline while crude oil inventories in the United States grew. Goldman Sachs cut its 2020 oil demand growth forecast to 6 lakh barrels per day from 1.2 million barrels per day and lowered the Brent forecast to $60 a barrel from $63 a barrel. In non-market news, the Delhi High Court on Wednesday pulled up the Delhi police for its failure to act on the alleged hate speeches by certain BJP leaders. The court asked the officer present before it to convey its anguish to the National Capital's police commissioner. Justice Muralidhar said, and I quote, "We will not let a repeat of 1984, not under the watch of this court." Stocks in Asia look set for a cautious start on Thursday after the rocky session on Wall Street, with Treasury yields also hitting new all-time lows and declines in the US shares. Almost all of the Asian indices, including Korea and Japan, have started off with losses of over 1%. And the SGX Nifty is indicating a start which is over 0.5% lower. It's over to Darshan Mehta for the trade setup in India. Good morning, Darshan. Tough day ahead, I guess. How's it looking?
Hi Neeraj, good morning everyone. Global cues are extremely weak. The Dow, which was up almost 300 points intraday yesterday, actually corrected and closed down massively. The Dow futures are also indicating a negative outlook. Asia is down in trade and the SGX Nifty is also indicating a 50-point downtick. So we will be off to a weak start in trade today. But some stocks that we need to watch out for. HUL definitely will be in focus. The Chandigarh NCLT bench approves the amalgamation between GSK Consumer Healthcare and Hindustan Unilever. Now, this was the last major approval needed to move ahead with the merger of the two entities, and it seems that FY21 will be the first full year of the merged entity, as the formalities will have to be completed in the next 30 days. So that is something we need to watch out for. The only other thing we need to watch out for is that 30,000 crores of HUL shares that GSK will offload post the deal, which they had indicated while coming out with the deal. Federal Bank had an analyst meet, strong comments coming in. They reiterated the target of ROA expansion to 1.25% during FY21. They plan to launch a credit card business leveraging a 10 million customer base. They continue to build on the strong liability franchisee with a focus on asset quality. They have a branch light and distribution heavy model, and they are also looking at gaining prominence outside the home market. Rights will be in focus. The government proposes to sell in 1.25 crore shares, which is close to 5% of the equity via OFS. The floor price of the offer has been fixed at 298 per share. Thomas Cook will be in focus. They plan to buy back 2.6 crore equity shares at 57.5 each. The promoter stake is likely to increase to 70.46 from the earlier 65.60 post the buyback. India Cements was 20% locked in upper circuit in trade yesterday. Radhakishan Damani bought in 27.25 lakh shares, that is 0.9% equity at 104.16. And Gopikishan Damani bought in additional 85 lakh shares, which is close to 2.7% stake at 98.42. And with this, I think the family stake shareholding in the company goes well beyond the 10% mark. Sadbhav Engineering, in which Blue Diamond Properties bought in 42 lakh shares. Aditya Birla Mutual Fund and HDFC Life Insurance were the sellers. And in terms of brokerages, UBS has raised Nestle's target to 19,250 from the earlier 17,000, maintaining a buy. MK raises Cholamandalam investment target to 388 from the earlier 336, maintaining a buy. And Morgan Stanley says that the recent correction in gas stocks due to worries on open access regulation should be seen as an opportunity to accumulate these stocks. But there's much more you need to know before trade actually starts. For that, log on to our website bloombergquint.com and click on the All You Need to Know tab, and you will be prepared for morning trade.
Thanks for that, Darshan. And remember, I stick to the virus because that's the most important piece of news. But the spread is putting a question mark over the Tokyo Olympics. Remember, Tokyo already had to cancel its marathon in the month gone by. One crosses fingers, and very tightly at that things improve sooner rather than later. Try and have a good day, everyone.
I hope you enjoyed listening to All You Need to Know. Did you know that you could listen to the show on the IVM Podcast app? On the IVM Podcast app, along with this, we have a number of other shows which you think you'll enjoy. Listen to Cyrus Says with Cyrus Brocha as the host. Listen to Paisa Vaisa with Anupam Gupta. The Scene and the Unseen with Amit Verma. Or Shunya One hosted by Shiladitya Mukhopadhyay and myself. Check out the IVM Podcast app to get more talk content that you will enjoy.